Welcome everyone to Talks with Donnie. This podcast is to gather my community together to speak on different topics, whether it's political issues, whether it's heartbreak and friendships. So yeah, this podcast is just for talking. My name is Donette, if I haven't said my name already. And
Hi, my name is Mahaila. I'm an actor.
Hi guys, my name is Renee. I am an upcoming makeup artist and I'm a business manager with marketing graduate.
yeah,
Period.
Hi, I'm Kiki. I'm a data analyst and an athlete.
yes. So guys, my friends, these are serious people. These aren't just anyhow people coming on here to chatting. Like, we have credentials, okay? I'm a whole...
Period.
I'm a graduate, politics graduate, okay? Soon to be a policy officer. That's where I'm heading, guys. So, let's get into it. How are you guys feeling? Let's start there.
Bit nervous now.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm a bit nervous, but it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So, the first question, guys. Can you share what heartbreak has taught you about yourself and your capacity to heal?
Let me just take a sip to this.
Let me take my sip too.
Who wants to go first?
Well, I kind of got a question. How long did it take you guys to come out of it? Like to answer the capacity of how much we could handle of it. Yeah, how long did
I
it
need
take
to think
you?
about that. For me, the thing is, because I felt like I kept giving him chances, so it got to a point where that was the last straw, and then from that, I was like,
So you felt like you were kind of mentally out of the relationship before you.
But I
even
felt like I
called.
had to give him chances because due to the fact that we were together from like a young age, we basically grew up together. Like our families were families with each other. Like we loved each other. So, that's why I felt like I kept giving him chances after chances after chances.
And
But in my
eventually you
head,
have
they were
enough.
looking like, minor problems that can be solved. But then in the end, that was the final straw. And that's when, I just decided like, yeah, that's it.
Did you feel like you had to mentally disconnect first before you ended things?
Yeah, literally. Because with me, once I'm done with something, I'm done.
I'm
There's no
done.
going back.
There's no-
There's no
literally.
going back.
What?
So yeah, I had to make sure that there was no more feelings involved. Like that's it.
And I know with us girls, especially everyone here, guys, because they're my friends, I know we have pride. Okay? We are very self-aware girls. Yeah, we know. And that's such a blessing to be self-aware because no one can tell you who you are when you're self-aware. You know who you are, okay? And that's so powerful. And it's so underrated. I feel like people don't talk about that enough because when you know who you are, you understand that people can't just come up to you and say you're this and that, and then believe it. And now you're like, wow, I need to change this and that about yourself. No, you don't.
Yeah, but I feel like it's also to do with the boundaries that we set within ourselves. So then it is easy to be like, no, I'm not with that. And that's okay. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be apologetic for yourself.
You just have to be sure of yourself. Like, don't let anyone tell you about yourself
Literally.
because you know yourself. So
Yeah.
and people be insecure, trying to drag people down.
It's crazy because you can't let them win. You can't let them, make you feel insecure. That's what they want to do. They want you to feel insecure.
Wait, who's the they?
The
Haters,
day
haters.
talking about?
a man.
Oh,
A
right,
man.
right,
Haters
man.
in general, because
Haters in general, because this can come in a form
Girls
of
will
a
do that
man,
too.
a woman, a
Okay,
he,
yeah.
she, whoever. People identify themselves with.
that is going to get cut.
A cat, a dog, whoever can talk,
Stays
right, cannot tell you about yourself, right?
they can't.
When it's full of lies, okay? And, when you understand that, it's like, your enemies in this life, they want to talk down to you. They want to belittle you. And so you don't progress. They don't want to see you win. They don't want to see you achieve your goals that you have set for yourself. So if you listen to you know, these negative words and you take that in, they're winning. You're giving them the upper hand.
Yeah.
Literally, and people would rather drag other people down than actually work on themselves. Like, you could literally better yourself, but you want to just talk on other people.
I hear that.
Like, wasting energy.
And it's like, it's harder to be a mean person than it is to just be cool and be yourself. But I suppose if you're not cool within yourself, then how are you going to be cool with others? It's like, if you don't love yourself, how can you love others?
Exactly.
But yeah.
So the question was, guys, because Una didn't answer the question.
Back to the topic.
Back to the topic. Right. What did it teach you about yourself? We need to understand, what did it teach you about yourself?
Okay.
For example, did it teach you that actually you're lacking in certain areas? Or did it teach you that I'm actually attracted to this thing that's actually toxic for me? That's just an example.
Let me start. I know. Let me tell you something. Do you know what it taught me about myself? That I deserve better.
Amen.
I deserve better. And so now, you know, I know what to accept and what to not. I have boundaries set from in the beginning, from before the relationship starts. I will set boundaries, you know, so then the same mistakes can't happen again.
So it's not a cycle, because a lot of women, they put themselves in such a cycle. They date the same guys in different versions. It's like, you know, you keep on dating liars, or you keep on dating
cheaters.
Right. Guys who struggle with lust. That's a big thing. A lot of guys struggle with lust.
Or guys that are insecure about themselves and then they try to, you know,
take it out on their
deflect it onto
partner.
you.
Yeah.
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 So what helps you heal? What was it you know, I know some of you are Christian here. Was it your faith? Was it getting into the gym? Was it reading books? What helped you heal from those past hurts?
There was so many things. So I say to everyone, when I came out of a 2-year relationship, them first 3 weeks was hell for me. Like, honestly. Yeah, I felt like I was dying. I remember I had a conversation with my best friend about it. This was before, actually, I had even gotten into a relationship. And I was like, you know what? I want to experience heartbreak. Because hearing his take on it, he was like, look, I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. And that's exactly how I felt. Like, honestly, no sugarcoating it. But my mum, my nan, so it was my family, my friends, getting out of the house, even going for walks. Yeah. This makes, like, I'm looking back at this, and it's like, this is the stuff that I actually had to do to help me. Because otherwise, my mind was just constantly on the relationship. And the gym really helped.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. The gym helped. And building a closer relationship with God, for sure. Getting into Bible studies with Donette. For sure. Yeah. No, it really, really did help. But yeah. How about you guys?
Kiki, do you want to go?
I think just time as a healer for everyone. You know, even if you feel like you won't get through it in the beginning, just time will pass, and then
there's definitely progression. Like, how you are now is not where you're going to be in 6 months' time. Like, there's definitely progression there, and you need to make sure you have a good support system that can hold you down. You need to make sure that your girls show up for you, your family show up for you, you know, like, they're messaging you, calling you, like, they're on going out with you to help you, speak life into you. You need girls, honestly. If I didn't have my girls there to speak life into me, guys, Kiki,
you know.
Kiki was speaking life into me.
Period.
She was me, Kiki, guys. If you didn't know, Kiki,
They were roommates.
Yes, we lived together at uni. Brunel University, big up Brunel.
No, we're not gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. I hear that, please.
She like was speaking life into me. She was like, Donette, you know yourself. Like, you're bossed up. Like, you're better than this. Trust me. Like, and she wasn't speaking lies. Like, she wasn't saying that.
All facts.
It was factual, guys. Like, it was factual. And having Kiki in my life to, like, remind me of myself and who I actually am, and the fact that I'm so blessed enough to have friends who know me, is just, like, that's what I'm saying before. Like, you know who you are. The people who love you know who you are. But these outsiders, listen, they will lie. So that was really key. Like, my friends really showed up for me, and I'm really blessed with that. I even remember there was a time I came in the house and Kiki had cake. She had Costco cake, and I love Costco cake, guys.
Costco cake's the
And
one.
she
You
literally,
guys are your Costco cake.
and when I ate the Costco cake,
Felt good.
I felt. And you know what that reminded me of? It's so mad. So I was watching a TikTok, and I think it was. Oh, I don't want to get the prophet mixed up in the Bible, but. I think it was Elijah. I might be wrong. We'll fact check, guys. Sorry. But he was literally asking God to like kill him. Like, he wanted to commit suicide because he was just depressed. Like, and God told him to calm down. And an angel literally bought him cake. Like, an angel, and I remind me of Kiki because I was literally when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh. Like, these physical things can really make you feel better. Like, God literally just said rest, and the angel bought him cake, and he was like, he was good. Like, guys.
Cake is a healer.
I tell
Cake
you,
is a
not
healer.
even that, but eating when you're sad,
Yeah.
I've got a problem with that.
Me
I'm
too,
not
girl.
even gonna lie.
Girl.
It's a temporary fixer.
Or
It's
even
a
when you're
temporary
bored. Like,
Yeah.
Especially that chocolate ice cream, Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah,
You know what, making me want a
Anything
cake and
chocolate.
custard.
oh my god.
Girl, I'm hungry now.
So, girls, next question. What was the hardest part of moving forward, and how did you overcome it? So for me, the hardest part of moving forward is that you no longer have your person that will check in on you, make sure you're good, you know,
That
make sure you're
routine.
safe. That routine with that person is now gone. So you're now on your own, and you need to fend for yourself now. And it's like you're back to being independent. So first it's kind of like a struggle, but then you're like, it actually strengthens you because it's like, you know, you can take care of yourself. And then when you meet someone new, you can drop that guard again
Yeah.
and allow them to look after you. So that was like hard because it's like all the benefits of being with someone is gone now. And to overcome that is just like, yeah, make sure you have your self-care, make sure you're good. You have to physically love yourself. Show yourself you love yourself.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
just say you love yourself. You know, make sure you get your nails done, hair
Do your
done.
makeup. Make sure you're making yourself feel pretty. Like, you know, so you can go out and
Actually
enjoy
making
yourself.
an effort
Yeah.
changes
Don't
so
just
much.
stay in bed, be
Even if
crying.
you're going for a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally,
Girl,
walk
get
your
done
dog, walk
up.
your pet, anything.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
literally.
I feel like it's an opportunity to work on yourself as well. Like,
Mhm.
just put all that energy into making yourself
yourself.
better.
Exactly, yeah.
And the people around you will see your growth too.
Yeah.
Like, they'll see how you're glowing. And it's such a known fact for women to just excel after a guy, you know?
Us as women, we tend to take time on ourselves just coming out of a relationship as opposed to going out, partying,
That's what the guys do. That's what they do.
And then they feel
That's
it
not
months
us.
down the line.
Yeah,
hits
whilst
them.
we are in a happy new relationship.
With the clubbing, laying down with this girl, that girl, this is temporary things. They're not healing you. You still have a hole. And the only thing that can fill that hole is peace, love, joy. It's literally only God that can fill that hole, guys.
Only God.
Because if you're not in your word, if you're not reading, if you're not praying, if you're not meditating, they're the things that are healers, you know?
Yeah.
Love will heal you. Those girls you're sleeping with, the club don't love you. The club don't love you. You gotta pay how many pounds entry to get in, pay for
No, but
takeaway.
Donnie, tell them how, like, you know, some girls, they only go for a guy because they know that they're with a pretty girl and they're probably thinking, oh, maybe this guy has money. Like, how did he bag her? Does he have money? Is he funny? Like, what is it? They want to know.
A pretty woman can
Tell
make
them.
an ugly man look good. Yeah.
Tell them again.
All right. A pretty woman can make any man look good. And all the other girls, all of a sudden, what? The girls didn't want you before.
Yeah, now all of
The
a
girls
Like,
didn't
sudden,
want
there,
you
there must be
before,
something
babe.
about him.
all of a
Like,
sudden now they want you.
how did he pull her?
Okay.
Dang.
I'm telling you.
But then that's when they're gonna realize that once, you know, that girl is no longer in the picture, and then this new girl comes in and she clocks that, oh, this girl's actually left you, and she's doing better than she was when she was with you. Like,
Yeah, do
then
you know
they'll
what?
realise.
That's why, personally, I think it's not that it's important, but you should kind of know the people that the person that you're either currently dating now, the person that you're currently dating or boyfriend, whatever it is, who they've dated before. I think that is important.
Yeah.
And it's very telling, like,
Yeah.
who you're in a relationship with.
Yeah.
Especially finding out how they broke up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can relate to that. Like, honestly, the situation that I was in, we broke up the exact same way. And I didn't clock that until,
Cycle.
I think maybe how is important, but maybe not who. Because imagine going through like everyone they dated.
Oh, yeah, we ain't got time for that.
But
We
the
don't.
reason is important because imagine like if they say, oh yeah, I cheated.
Yeah.
Then it's like,
Is cheating a deal breaker for you?
Yeah, that's why. Like,
straight
that's
up.
very much.
Straight up.
No, don't get me wrong and anything. He knew that that's my deal breaker. I told him, my mum's told him, like the whole family have sat down.
Don't think it's a
with him.
joke until
Sat
they
down.
experience
Yep,
it.
we sat down and we told him, and for him to go behind my back and cheat, and then for me to find out, not through him, but through the girl. Yeah, nah. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
What, she messaged you?
Nah. It's how do I even put it? Should we get into it?
If you want to get into
We
it,
don't have to. We don't have to.
we can get into it today, babe.
We can get into it.
Anything you want. So, girl.
We can get into it. So, where do I even start, Donnie? Because you know damn well what happened. She knows what happened.
Let's start with the changed behavior, right?
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Because we all know with cheating, it starts up here. It's in the mind, okay? And then it manifests into the physical. What they're doing, their habits change, their speech changes, right? So let's tap into that.
Yeah. So, bearing in mind, I don't want to bait out his business, but he's a normal guy. He doesn't do the most. He doesn't really party like that. 'Cause
What's his
I'm not like that.
lifestyle like?
Okay, he's
before
more
that?
like a
9
go to
5.
work and then go to gym.
Mm.
That's literally what he does. Yeah. Cool. Now, there was a time where he would disappear. So say he finishes work at like, let's say like 11 p.m. He would turn off his location and wouldn't respond to me until like a day later.
Okay, did you guys live close to each other?
Yeah, basically like about 30 minutes away from each other.
Walking.
No, by car.
But, it's so close.
And that's what I'm saying. That's an example of a changed behavior, right?
Yep. Even another thing where he would tell me like there was this one incident that happened where he told me he's going on holiday with the boys, which is fine. It's fine, but I want to know like where you're going, what country are you going to? Like, I don't know. It's just for my peace of mind, so I know like at least if something was to happen, I can tell his mum where he is or his dad where he is. You know?
And you know the thing with that is that someone could spin it around and call you controlling.
Call me controlling, but it's not a thing like that. But anyways, yeah, he ended up forgetting to turn off his location, and he ended up in Ainapa, and I saw it.
What takes place in Ainapa?
We all know what
We
takes
all-
place.
Get
We all know
down.
what takes place in Napa. If your partner ends up in Napa, just know that you have to bin
Lock
them.
it off because it's
Lock it off.
very deceiving. You know, that was the first lie
Yeah.
he told,
Yeah.
and that opened a can of worms.
Yeah, it
What-
doesn't get. But I thought we could work work through it. That's why I gave him another chance. I'm so dumb.
But wait, did you? No,
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 I-
you're not dumb.
I was dumb for that though. I can't lie because loads of people like I don't even know if I should say that, but I spoke to one of his friends and I asked his friend like, what would you do if your girlfriend was in Napa and you found out, and she never told you that she was going to Napa, but you just found out that she was there? What would you do? The first thing his friend said was, I'll get rid of her. I'll dump her.
But you lot need to understand, you need to show yourself grace, right? Because when you're in a relationship, you don't want to be weak. You want to fight through it. You know, you want to fight through the challenges, the obstacles. Like, regardless if you're in a healthy or toxic relationship, there's always going to be something to overcome.
Hey, how
like,
toxic? yeah.
It just, if you're in any relationship, shall I say, right, there's always going to be something to overcome. So in your mind, you're thinking, maybe we can get through this, forgive, heal, change behavior. But it's like, that never happens. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just thought, maybe, da-da-da. You're kind of fighting with yourself in your head, thinking, you know, you've never experienced this before. Yeah. You know?
People are good talkers as well.
Yeah, and bear in mind, guys, he never, like, done anything like this to me before. So that's why it was like, shit,
so your
what do
first
I do?
thought isn't going to think
the
like,
worst. Okay, cool, then, yeah.
Yeah, man,
But
give yourself grace for that.
But, yeah, what else happened, Donnie? Remind me.
Miss Girl, this is your story.
Yeah, I mean, you did remind me.
So, right,
What's the
so
next part?
he came back.
Oh, yeah, I know. I remember telling Donnie on the phone, like, if you guys didn't know, Donnie has done it, by the way.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. But, yeah, I remember calling Donnie and saying on the phone, like, imagine he told me, he's going to Cyprus, like the rural areas where the countryside is, whatever. That's what he told me, by the way. He told me that. He's going to be chilling on the beach as well with his friends. That's it.
Going on walks.
Then I find out he's in Napa. I called Donnie and I was like, what do I do? Like, I'm so upset. Like, he literally, like, ruined my trust with
Miss
him.
Girl, just remember, like, where I'm at in life, like, this was before Christ, so, but I was still trying to give her good advice. Like, I was trying to calm her down. Like, I was just like, listen, you're here in the UK. You've got to enjoy what you have here, right? You're not where he's at. So I literally told her, you need to enjoy yourself right now. Like, whatever that looks like, whether it's going out, whether it's whatever. Like, don't make him put you in a depressive state whilst he's partying out, enjoying himself. Yeah. You know? And then, so obviously it was just a battle. And then when he arrived back, it was like, there was a few conversations.
No, but remember the most important part. He missed what? He missed my graduation.
Right.
Oh. Yeah. He missed my graduation. Why? Because he was too tired. Because he just arrived home from Napa the day before. And he was too tired to wake up and come to my graduation.
The lies.
Oh, wow.
The lies.
But thank God he wasn't there, because that is a key.
Yeah.
That is a key event in your life.
Ruining the pictures.
Yeah, I probably would have cut that out.
That was my, like...
Thank God he
I
wouldn't
would've cut that out.
Imagine.
Him would have made the picture look ugly.
Let me sip to that.
Oh, done that. Done that.
You make me laugh. And this is what got me through my breakup. Donnie's jokes. Like, I just love this girl.
You
so
need
much.
laughs with your friends, guys.
Yeah.
You need laughs. You need people to uplift you. This is why it's so important to make sure who's in your community, okay? You can't let people that's going to allow you to sit there in your state.
Yeah.
No.
Honestly.
So he came back now, missed your graduation. Thank God. That was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, no, honestly, I think it was.
Even after that, it was like, there was a few conversations and it was just like...
Wait, the relationship wasn't over though?
No, it wasn't over. But I wanted it to be, because bear in mind, the rest of the days when he was there, I wasn't talking to him at all. There was no contact. He was trying to message me, call me, but I wasn't answering.
But
he was getting his friends to message me, that he was out there with. Getting them to message me. And I just wasn't having it.
And what I found really weird, sorry to cut you off, is that one of my friends were out there in Napa, right?
Oh, yeah.
And
how can I forget?
then what I found weird is, like, I told Renee, like, my friend's out there. And then Renee was like, oh, I wonder if she's bumped into him, seen him or whatever. And then Renee goes to him. It's like, oh, I know people out there.
Yeah.
He goes through her following list, who she's following, and sees my friend. And then he's like, oh, yeah, I did see her. But the fact that he went on her following to do that. And she didn't say,
I didn't say the name, by the way, guys.
Didn't say the name, what she looked like. So that was even that was like sketchy, because it's like, you did something. You got shook.
Yeah.
Baby, we got connections. Don't worry.
Don't watch that. We got ass all over. But that's why I wanted to ask you. Your intuition though must have been from the holiday.
No, it was.
Yeah.
It was, because I was like to Donnie, like, do you think like I feel like he's doing something.
Yeah.
He's doing something. It doesn't make sense. Why I feel the need to lie and say that, and then when I confronted him when he came back, I said to him, why can't you just tell me it was Napa that you're staying in? And he tried to lie and say, my friends booked the ticket and where we were staying, what accommodation we're staying in. I didn't know the area, And I'm like, how can you not? You're telling me you get your ticket and you don't look to see where you're staying.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's like, I'm trying to calm Renee down, because at the end of the day, I'm not there. She's not there. We actually don't know what he did. We don't know. We weren't there. We weren't in the room with him. We don't know. So obviously, I wasn't going to try and feed her fear and be like, he's doing this and that, because I don't know. But all I'm just reassuring Renee that, listen, like, it's about you now. Like, I tried to prepare her for her single stage. I was like, you need to take care of you. Sit down with yourself. Think about what you want to achieve, isn't it? I said, babe, you've never been single before. So I was like...
Oh, yeah, by the way, guys, I was with him for 5 years. That's why she's saying, like, I haven't been single before, but yeah.
Yeah, she ain't been single in her adult, like...
Yeah.
Adult years, in her early 20s. So it's like, I have to let her know what it is. I can't let my friend go in the streets blind. I let her know, like, these guys are savages out here. Like, I definitely informed her.
No, guys, she really did.
And do you know what it is as well, is that people know what they're doing.
Yeah, they know, but they just like
20%. Yeah.
And that's what I hate.
They most definitely know what they're doing. So it's like, what I took from my breakup is definitely to believe them when they're showing you who they are. Believe them, and the red flags that were ignored
Don't
from the
make
beginning.
excuses for them.
I had my mum, because you know mums.
Yeah, mothers.
They see it from way back with friends, whoever. And she said, girl, this is going to be difficult, but are you up for this, honestly? I was like, yeah. And then 2 years later, we went in. But yeah, you live and you learn. It really isn't the end of the world.
No, it isn't.
Just go through your emotions. Whatever emotion you feel, even if it's, I want to get back with them, and that could be a month later, don't beat yourself up about that, because it honestly is a process. But yeah.
And it's a normal emotion to feel. Like, you're not the only one who feels these things.
No,
Yeah,
like, to be sad is okay, or to be sad about something you thought you healed from, that is okay. That could be a year later, and you could just break down, start crying, you don't know why. Do you know what I mean? And then you link it up and it's to do with something that you actually thought you were okay with. That's cool. Just keep processing it, you know? Like Kiki said, there's no time for healing, especially like a breakup.
And it's like, thank God for discernment, guys. There's no discernment. Like, nothing beats that gut feeling. That thing inside of you that's like, something ain't right.
Trust
something
it.
is... I can't put my
spirit not take her, you know?
Right? Like, you can't put your finger on it. And that's the thing with having logic. And there's strength in having logic, right? And there's strength in being more of an emotional person. But you can't logically explain that gut feeling to people, because it's a spiritual thing. Yeah. It's something inside of you that's like, oh, I know there's something, but I can't logically explain this. Like, I don't actually have the facts. I don't have the receipts.
Proof yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God always reveals, by the way.
But the truth always prevails. It always comes out, guys. And like women, we're so powerful. We're so powerful. Men don't have discernment the way we have discernment. And that's just what it is.
Oh, do you actually think that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that.
Like, I know
think
our
that.
intuition is next level. But you don't think that men can sense discernment?
No.
They
No.
can, just not as powerful as
a
we
woman
are.
can. Okay.
Yeah.
It's mad.
So, anything before we move on to the next segment?
No, I'm ready.
You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, how are we gonna talk about like how we've moved on, or like how we've gotten into a new relationship?
Oh,
You think I should
Exciting for you guys. Go off.
Yeah.
Give us the testimony, babe.
So yeah, after all those trials and tribulations, I didn't even tell you all of it, but I found my Mr. Right, guys. I found my Mr. Right, and he treats me so much better than my ex does. He makes me like forget that I was even with my ex before I got with him. Like he makes me forget about that, and he makes me feel like, you know, I still feel like an individual. I still feel like an independent babe, but he always like pushes me like to do more, and he always like I don't know, he wants to always provide, be the provider. Like he lets me live in my soft girl era.
He ain't
Let's
no
just say
small
that.
boy, that's all I know, guys. And it's like, that one couldn't even chat to him. That one
he
can't chat to
couldn't.
him, babe.
Couldn't.
And that's the thing, when you let go of trash
Yeah.
and you let the king
Mm-hmm.
come in your life and treat you how you're meant to be treated,
Yeah, you just
you ain't
flow.
going back to that.
Yeah.
You've just been introduced to the pride.
Yeah, I've
An
seen better.
upgrade.
An upgrade. An upgrade.
And I can tell you, listen, Renee's my good friend, you know. I've met this man, so I know, like, he's really been treating her how she deserves to be treated. And imagine if she stayed there with him.
Oh, imagine.
The longer you stay with someone who's not meant for you, the longer you're not with the person you're meant to be with.
Yeah.
So let go and let God do.
Mm-hmm. Say that again. Say that again. Say that again.
Let go
Mm-hmm.
and let God do.
Yeah.
Right. So the next segment, guys, is the Reddit stories, of course. Kiki. So Kiki provided us with the Reddit stories. Thank you, babe.
No problem.
I'll go first because it's more to do with what we previously discussed. So this Reddit story is titled, "My ex doesn't miss me, nor seems like she ever loved me. Should I care?" So this one's from a man's perspective, guys. "My ex who left me because I was too clingy and that she wasn't ready for a relationship seems like she's having plenty of fun once she left me. I know that I shouldn't care at all, but I just felt like it's unjust. How one person could look like leaving me was the best option they've ever chosen, while I'm left here feeling miserable and missing her. Her friends told me that she is having fun with her life and that she treated the ex relationship like it never existed in the first place. I
Good
find
for
that hard to
her.
understand."
Good for her.
I'm going to pause there right now. You know, if my friend's ex is going to ask me how my friend's doing, of course I'm going to say she's having a fun time. She's
living her
doing
best
well.
life.
She's exceeding. Why would I go and feed your ego and say she ain't doing good?
Literally.
Like, what was he thinking?
Oh, she's been crying. Oh.
Boy, is that what he wanted to hear?
Even if she was boohoo crying, I ain't telling you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. My loyalties is with my girl.
Exactly.
So just know that, sir.
What? What was he thinking? What?
She was the one who chose me in the first place. Oh, God. She was the one who chose me in the first place.
So he's hurt her.
Asked me out, and I blindly agreed. After months of us dating, after I got attached to her, she felt like everything I did was a problem. That me begging her for reassurance was a problem. That me telling her how her actions affected me was me blaming her. That me somehow asking for the basic needs in a relationship, brackets, reassurances, as forcing her, and she sees me as manipulative and controlling. I gave her everything I could. I checked up on her. I asked her about her day. I kissed her, held her hands, reassured
bare
her.
minimum.
The bare minimum. What the hell? The bare minimum.
That I will never leave, and complimented her a lot. What do you lot think so far?
I think she's single and she can do what she wants. She doesn't owe him anything. He's sad that she's acting single, but she is single.
Yeah, so how's she meant to act?
I'm happy she ran away. Girl, keep running. Don't ever look back.
From the sounds of this, honestly.
If
That's
those
scary.
blessings were kissing and holding hands, you didn't have a
that
lot
it?
to offer.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Keep running, girl.
And so what if she wanted you first, babe?
Things change.
Right. The roles.
You get to know a person a bit more. You realise.
Right, let me see where it is. But after the first time she got mad at me, I felt like she was falling out of love with me and tried to find reasons to leave me. I found multiple reasons to why I should leave her. But I never chose to do that because I believe that with love, anyone can change. Let's stop there.
Oh.
With love, anyone can change.
they change if they want to change themselves.
You must be a fool.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to be able to want to
can't make
change
someone
yourself. You can't
Yeah.
change anybody.
One thing about change, it takes the person to sit down with themselves and say, I no longer want to be in this position anymore. I want to,
I deserve better.
yeah. Exactly. Like, love can't change a person. It takes the person to actively want that for themselves and put in the work. And the work ain't easy. It's tough, you know, to have discipline.
Yeah.
It's hard.
But do you guys think that love is a choice?
Yes.
You think?
Yes.
Expand
I don't
on
think that.
Kiki.
100%.
Expand on that, Kiki.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Kiki gotta explain.
Yeah,
or
Kiki
your
explain.
I
opinion.
think you can choose whether or not to love someone. Like you look at them first, and then if they fit the criteria or whatever, then you can allow yourself to go further. Like it just I don't think it just accidentally like.
No, we're not talking about like love at first sight. But
Okay.
you know when it gradually.
Yeah, it's a choice. I think it's a choice. 100%.
I agree with her.
And you have
Actually,
to
do
you have
know
to
what?
actively work on it.
Do you
and-
know what? Yeah, if you've been together for like years, it gets to a point where you're gonna become tired of someone. I think, but it's
What do
a
you mean
choice.
you think you were with someone for years?
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I feel like you get bored, but it's about still making sure that the spark is still there. Do things like guys get into a relationship and then they think that they don't have to keep doing what they did in the beginning to get the girl. They just like become complacent, like used to her, like treat her like I don't know.
And they get too comfortable.
They get too comfortable. That's it. And
Because their impressing's done.
Yeah.
It's over.
so that's why I feel like maybe that's when the relationship becomes a bit boring, and that's maybe when you have to choose to love the person, choose to I don't know, make it work still.
Yeah,
in
you
order
either
to
like leave or choose
So
to stay.
okay, I'm kind of agreeing with you guys now when you say like love is a choice,
Yeah.
because you have to choose to still be with that person
And commit.
and commit to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes beyond love.
Have you ever felt bored in a relationship?
Yeah,
Yes.
my past relationship. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? What was like boring for both of you, Mahaila?
No, let me be real. What was boring? I think. So after I went and done some snooping on his phone, something very similar, like the intuition kicking in. I don't agree with going through someone's phone. That's invading their privacy completely. but I went through his phone. And from then, the boredom kicked in from then, if I'm going to be honest with you. And I think it was like, because this isn't what it used to be. And the trust is gone. And it's like, I'm in this relationship for the sake of being in this relationship. So I had actually checked out from no, honestly, like, yeah, I checked out from months before, just because I was like, this has now become a routine relationship. And we didn't see each other every day. So we had to fit in days where we could make time for each other anyway. Yeah, I don't know if I answered that. Did I answer it?
Once you saw someone betray you, it just became boring, because it's like, I don't even want to be here now. But I'm just going with the flow and seeing it how it goes.
It was definitely going with the flow and comfortability for sure, and the lack of confidence that I had for myself at that time. Because I just feel like you wouldn't stay in an unhealthy relationship just to stay in it, you know? So it definitely was routine, and I thought that that's all that I deserved at that time, which is not the truth at all.
Exactly. How about you, Renee?
Yeah, it just got boring because, like, we stopped going on dates due to, like, but there was a reason why we didn't go on dates, which I understand, and I tried to be the understanding girlfriend, but it turned out not being the right thing. I should have demanded for more, basically. That's how I feel
You
now.
can demand for more, and they still don't deliver.
And then that's when you have to leave, because clearly they're not for you. Because in my opinion, like, you know when they say if a man wanted to, he would. That's what I strongly believe in that. Because why do I have to beg you for the bare minimum? Why should I beg you for dates? Why are you not wanting to be like, oh, Renee, let's go here? Or Renee, you said you wanted to go here last time, let's go now. Like, you know, little things like that.
Yeah. And I feel like as well, you see with the whole dates, me personally, you don't have to do a lot for
literally.
us.
You don't have to. It
Going
can even
out
be
on
like
this
a little
date.
picnic. I don't know.
Honestly,
simple things.
It could be a walk. It could be.
I'm not asking for what's the restaurant? Novikov. All of those stuff.
No.
I'm not asking for that.
I mean,
if
can't do
if
that. Let's be real now.
if, like, it depends on a special occasion. If it's something special, then yeah. But if it's just like a random day, like, you know, something small. Like, I'm not. I don't ask for that much. So the fact that you're not doing it just shows, like, you know.
Yeah.
I need to move on.
Right. The rest of the story now. After our breakup, I still cared about her feelings, her well-beings. Her friends all said I should give up on her, and they all supported me. But it seems like she's doing just fine without me. She doesn't even remember our intimate moments, our dates, how I treated her like my only priority. She just seems to forget it all. Why is that?
She's trying to move on without you. Let the girl breathe. No, honestly, just at this moment, he is clearly hurting for sure. And like I said, heartbreak, it ain't easy. But there is another side to it. And I just feel like, I don't know, trying to turn it around like, oh, she's just... maybe she has forgotten about you in her single time. And that is okay. Like, she's got to find a way to be okay with no longer being in a relationship, you know? And if she's living her best life, she's living her best life. Like, this... I don't know what else to...
Literally, and if her friends are telling you to move on...
Move on, baby.
Move on.
Yeah.
There's nothing to cling on to. She's done. You know, you need to now be entering your healing
100%.
phase, because it just seems like you're just too focused on how she's not giving you any type of attention and all these things. You need to think about yourself.
And I feel like keeping tabs on your ex, that doesn't help. And thankfully, I'm not on social media, so I don't have, do you know what I mean? I'm not really tested in that sense. But going out for it, to look for it, snooping, I just think that's it. No, that's a big hinder on you moving forward, healing. But yeah.
So, before we move on to the next segment, I would like all of you in turns to give advice on healing to our viewers, just anything to do with heartbreak, whatever advice it is. Mahaila?
Like I said so many times, just processing your emotions. Every emotion you feel is okay. And don't judge yourself, because I know I definitely judged myself a lot and was even in this space of regret. Give yourself 3 weeks. Just give yourself 3 weeks, no contact with that person at all, and see how you are after the 3 weeks. Someone gave me that advice, and I took that advice, and that helped me a lot. So
That's true. I did that as well,
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah, take 3 weeks.
And then 3 weeks turned into months, and then another month, and then 6 months, and then, and a year. So it actually works. Because then it's like you breaking down, like, your need to reach out to this person, or because, at one point they're meant to be your best friend or whatever. You're breaking that. You're cutting the cord, as the net says, cut the cord.
Cut it.
Well, yeah.
Kiki?
I think learn to be okay by yourself. Take time to yourself. Work on making yourself the best version of you can be.
Yeah.
Just level up, basically, and be fine alone, because some people jump from relationships because they're scared to be by themselves, or they want companionship, and they just end up going for the wrong guy time and time again.
Yeah, definitely. That's something I want to add, actually. Take your time. Don't rush into dating.
Yeah.
Don't rush into dating.
Unless it's the right time to do.
Take your time to it. Not talking too much, but take your time. But yeah, they were good points. Good advice.
Yeah.
Done it?
Oh, you got anything to say?
No.
My advice is literally take time, self-reflection. Like, go in your room, notepad and pen. I'm a journal babe, okay? Like, open that journal and write down what you want for yourself, what you want with your next partner, and try to be for yourself.
Yeah.
That's really important, because once you embody those traits, you find that you start attracting that. So I think definitely the journaling is my go-to. So for now, we're going to our next segment now, which is friendships. That's a big one. Friendship heartbreak. So I know I've been through a lot of friendship heartbreak in my day.
In my
From
time.
primary school, secondary school, college, I've been through it all. So Kiki has a Reddit story for us to read out. When you're ready.
The straw that broke the camel's back. We are going on a trip together, and I confessed to my chronically late friend that I was anxious about her booking her ticket on time and being on time at the station. Her reaction? What are you talking about? Why are you concerned about my ticket? And when have I ever been late? That made the floodgates open. I was not only tired of always having to be the one with myself together and organizing everything and covering up for her blunders, but never getting a word of thanks or acknowledgement of what I did. She just kept denying everything throughout the argument and blaming me for being bitter and dragging up old, meaningless stuff. I would have done those small things for you in a second, and I would have said nothing of it. Well, you didn't, because you can barely manage your own business, let alone be someone I could rely on about anything. We never really recovered from that fight, just radio silence. But I'm glad I got to say what I had on my mind, and I realized that the friendship had been very one-sided for a long time.
What stood out for me was when she said, "Bomba."
I never heard her say bomba.
I had a brain freeze for a second, guys. She brought up something like she brought up something from the past or something. No, she had.
Oh, when she said old meaningless things. Wait, which friend are you talking about? Obviously the friend that has
the
hurt.
one that's hurt her, the one that's like late or something.
Okay.
She's. Do you want to read out?
She said, I would have done those small things for you in a second, and I would have said nothing of it.
No, it wasn't that bit.
And then her friends like, you didn't because you can barely manage your own business.
Oh, the friend that hurt her said that.
Can you read that out?
No, the friend she hurt is thinking, well, you can't because you can't
Oh.
even handle yourself.
Can you read out the last part again, please?
We never really recovered from that fight, just radio silence. But I'm glad I got to say what I had on my mind, and I realized that the friendship had been very one-sided for a long time.
I was something that she mentioned something. Read it all again, because there's something I'm just not picking up. That
We were going on a trip together, and I confessed to my chronically late friend that I was anxious about her booking her ticket on time and being on time at the station. Her reaction, what are you talking about? Why are you concerned about my ticket, and when have I ever been late? That made the floodgates open. I was not only tired of always having to be the one with myself together and organising everything and covering up for her blunders, but never getting a word of thanks or acknowledgement of what I did. She just kept denying everything throughout the argument and blaming me for being bitter and dragging up old meaningless stuff.
Yeah, that was it. Pause. She brought up old meaningless stuff. What I have to tap in is people who hold grudges from things that happened years ago and mention it in a situation
I
that's
have a
like
problem with that.
unrelated.
so off topic, and it's like, wait, but where did this come from?
And if you had an issue, you should have told me at the time.
Exactly.
Like, why settle it?
Sometimes
And now
they'll
when
act
I'm
like,
pulling
oh,
you
it's
up.
all okay.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
months down the line or
You
whatever.
just blow up on me.
Yeah,
No, where's this coming from?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, I feel like if you've got a problem, say it there in that moment. And it can be difficult for people who struggle with confrontation, which I feel. I struggle with it when it's my friends and when it's my family. But it's like, it's better to speak about this issue right now whilst we're talking instead of months down where it's probably building up.
Yeah.
And then when you blow up on your friend, it's next level.
Yeah.
And it's like, even
And
months
friendship
later,
mash up.
she didn't
Yeah.
even bring it up herself. She had to wait for her friend to call her up. And she's like, oh, but you did this.
You see?
No,
could have been handled.
That's bad mind.
And those grudges you're holding on for so long. And that outburst, it's like, whoa, like people need to deal with, like you said, the situation there and then. You can't hold on to baggage and then you're noting in your head all these things. All these
Strike
things.
5.
Exactly that. That's what I don't like. But continue. That was my first, something I just,
I mean, that was the story.
No, read the
Okay.
after that because I want to break it down.
Okay, she just kept denying everything throughout the argument and blaming me for being bitter and dragging up old meaningless stuff. Quote, I would have done those small things for you in a second and I would have said nothing of it, unquote. Well, you didn't because you can barely manage your own business, let alone be someone I could rely on about anything.
Why we gotta be nasty?
fire.
That's the one thing about like female relationship breakdown. Honestly, we can be so mean. We really can, and it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to get there.
It doesn't.
It doesn't have to be like this.
It doesn't.
to be sisters.
We want
Like, what is
girls.
this?
Like, yeah.
I wanted to ask, what is a good friend to you? Like, what character traits do you look for in women, and you're like, yeah, you can be my friend. Like,
Similar values for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Someone
Morally,
that can uplift you as well and motivate you. Someone that doesn't drag you down. And you know, one of them friends that, those girls that, I don't know if you guys know about this. Obviously you do because we're all pretty girls. But you know when we go like out and then some girls just want to be your friend because, oh, you're pretty, let's be friends.
so weird.
I
Like,
don't,
what?
I don't
think
like
those
that.
friendships last just based
I know,
off of
it's
looks.
just based
So
off of looks.
superficial.
Like, I want friends that see beneath the beauty.
They have
underneath,
substance.
you know?
Yeah.
Friends that check up on you, friends that care for you.
Keep it real. Friends
Keep
that
it
keep
real.
it real.
Keep it real.
Please.
Yeah, keep it real with you. Those are the friends I appreciate.
Yeah.
You're not just agreeing with everything.
Yeah, like tell me if I'm in the wrong. Tell me, but if we're around people, okay, maybe
Do it in
say-
private.
Yeah, do it in private, and then. You
Oh,
know.
that's a big thing. I personally feel like, because I haven't had friends like this, but I've witnessed it where an issue between two friends has happened, right? And then one of the friends, say friend A, has chosen to blow up on friend B in front of everyone.
In
See,
public.
personally, I'm trying to think, like, does it depend on what type of disrespect it is? Maybe. I don't know. But I prefer for us to talk about this in private.
Yeah.
Instead of you making a scene of it. Because now you've got the he and the she's, like, all chiming in. And it doesn't need to be.
And people love to do stuff like that in front of people and then apologize behind closed doors. Does not work.
So
like
what do you
that.
think? An apology needs to be in public?
If you publicly embarrass someone, you need to publicly apologize.
Exactly.
It's true.
And even that, like you apologize. Okay, do I have to take it now?
No.
Yeah,
don't
and that should
always
be
have to
okay. You don't always need to take an apology and accept an apology. I
Yeah.
have to say. If you don't want to, that's okay.
It's not by force.
It's
Like you did that, you can't take it back.
Yeah.
It's true. For me,
But
sorry,
sorry, I was gonna say, not accepting the apology. Do you feel like that is holding?
A grudge.
Yeah.
No, because you deserve
No, baby,
No.
you did me wrong.
the disrespect was too much. No.
Forgive and forget.
Yeah.
I'll forgive, but I won't forget. So that means
we're
It
not
depends.
reconciling.
yeah, it depends on the level of disrespect though. It depends.
Like it's not gonna go just back to normal because you said sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna
And then
take
people say sorry
time.
and then do it again.
I need to see changes. Do you get it? It's just like with relationships as well. It's the same. You have to see changes before you begin to fully trust the guy or girl again.
It's just with people.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's true. For me, definitely honesty. I look for honesty with women. Like, don't have me outside looking a fool. Let me know if I have lipstick on my teeth. Like,
Yeah.
you know, just small things like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's the honesty. It's the loyalty.
Yeah.
Literally pretty much what you guys said as well. And it's values, everything.
Like if the fit doesn't look good, tell me.
Yeah, let me know. Don't let me.
Oh, oh my god, yeah, it looks so
don't have me
cute.
walking
don't
outside
do
looking
that,
like.
don't do
So with like friendship heartbreak, right? How have you guys handled that? Because I know with female friendships, when you stop becoming friends, you kind of have this thing where like you become more mindful of everyone. You kind of like looking at everyone differently, thinking, oh, does this person have good intentions? How do you guys like navigate that when you go through that?
Depends. It really depends, you know. Because even me, I was scared to make friends. You know that because of uni. Like, I was scared to make friends. But then, I don't know, we just click. When I'm around people and we just click, I just know that we're going to be
then
friends.
that's
I don't know.
When your spirit tech to
yeah,
somebody.
because
you know.
I can meet some people, like, you know, I met some of your people. And my spirit didn't take to them.
What?
It didn't take to them. So, like, being around you guys, you know, my spirit takes to you guys. And that's how I know that you guys are good friends.
So wait, you know, in the time where I'm so sorry, I keep doing this, kind of. Did you tell Donette in that moment, like
What?
when you felt your spirit was not?
Yeah.
Tell them
told
how
her.
you went about it and what
Yeah.
happened. Go on.
Okay, we can talk about it, yeah?
Tell
What are we
them.
naming them?
We're not name.
Let's give them
hold
names.
on.
Because
Oh, Lord of mercy.
Yeah.
Molly and Chloe,
Exactly.
Molly and Chloe.
Yeah, fake
Molly
name.
and Chloe.
No, because I have a cousin called Chloe.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
we
right.
love you,
Sorry.
Chloe.
Yeah,
we
sorry,
love you,
Chloe.
Chloe.
Love you, girl. How about, okay, just tell them how you went about it. Say friend A and B, right? Big A, so you know who Big A
Okay,
is,
yeah, Big
and
A
B, right?
and B.
Is this a shot? Are you firing shots or what?
We can't say that. We can't
What
say
does
that.
big A mean, Donette?
Capital letter.
Okay,
So-
capital A.
Okay.
If that's what we're going with.
Hold on, this is kind of, listen. All right. Just say friend A and B. You know who A is.
Okay.
And just say how you went about it to tell me and what happened that like made
What
you think
transpired,
like
yeah.
your spirit was just like, nah, this isn't right.
Okay. All right, cool. So, Danette had invited me to a motive. And she had arranged for all of us to meet up at my house and we go together because I'm the one with the car. So, you know, to get there. It's just easier if everyone comes to my house and we make our way from there.
So wait, they stepped into your house?
No,
Right,
don't worry.
right.
I'm weird like that. I don't know if you guys are like that too, but you don't just let anyone
not
into
just
your
like-
house.
Oh,
Like,
no, I
you know.
agree. That's why I asked.
yeah, so I came downstairs and they came into the car, whatever. And obviously it's nice when you meet someone like, hi, da da da, this and that. I liked friend B. I liked her because I had I think I'd met her beforehand,
Yeah.
but I hadn't met friend B.
A.
Oh, friend A. Okay, cool. So that's A, and then she's B. Yeah.
No, A is big.
Yeah, yeah,
A,
yeah.
and B is the one
Okay.
you like.
Yeah, so I like B. I liked B because she gave me vibes like something like I would look for in a friend. You know? She gave her that type of vibe. I like people that are nice, not mean, give off stish vibes. But that's the kind of vibes I got from friend A.
Right.
Stish vibes, kind of stuck up, you know. That's the kind of vibes I got from her. But I just brushed it off. We got to the place now, the motive now. Me and Danny are like taking snaps, enjoying, partying. We're still interacting with the others as well, by the way. We're not leaving them out of whatever. We don't make them feel like unwelcome. Like, I don't know, we're all vibing together. But then I just look to my left and I see like friend A just like staring down at me and Donnie. And it kind of creeped me out because when I looked, when I looked, yeah, she quickly like turned. And it wasn't the first time I saw her do it. It kept happening throughout the whole night. And I was getting a bit like,
Of course, yeah.
like, because imagine someone just staring at you like, and then when you look at them, they turn their head.
Like,
They
what's
turn
your
their,
problem?
no, they turn their head like, what is that?
Yeah.
What is that? So I kept that in the back of my mind. I kept that in the back of my mind. Cool. I've disregarded that. Cool. So we're hungry. We end up going to McDonald's. Everyone goes to McDonald's.
After a
that
night out, you
Come
know,
on,
you get a cheeky
guys.
Big Mac and that.
Cool. So this is what happened that I didn't like. Friend B was talking about how she's not gonna buy herself anything because something to. Let's not even get into it.
Yeah, because
We're not
that's
gonna
like
get
her
into it.
personal business.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into that part. But something happened where friend A must have like did something to embarrass her, and I thought like, how are you doing that even in front of me? Like I literally just met you, and you're already trying to embarrass your friend. To me, like,
Wait,
why?
it was a proper cousin.
So what she did, should I say you?
Yeah, you say
It was like she looked at her bank balance and said, "It's alright, we've all been there, girl." Like, just like
you didn't need to do that. Like,
yeah, just insinuating that she don't have a lot of money, but it's just the fact that bearing in mind, friend A and B with Renee, like they're not comfortable. They
I
don't know
literally just
Renee like
met
that.
them.
They're not tight friends.
Yeah.
For her to be like saying this out loud, and that rubs Renee the wrong
'cause
way.
I felt so bad for friend B because I would have been embarrassed if that happened to me.
So wait, what was B's reaction?
She was like, friend B was like,
Laughing.
cool. No, she didn't laugh. She just
No.
like, she was just like quiet. And then the next day or a few days later, like I called in to check in because Renee wanted me to check in on her because Renee is such a caring, nice person. And she was just like, don't worry about it. Like I've been through stuff with girls. Like she was just like, yeah, she clocked how she tried to embarrass her, but she said, don't worry about it. And the thing is, so that was an example of my friend clocking that, I have someone in my circle that's not good.
And I
not a
also
good
voiced
person.
it to Donnie. I
Good
said to
friend.
Donnie, like, friend A, you have to watch out for her because there's something about her. My spirit doesn't take to her. And I told Donnie that. And Donnie was like, really, why? And I told her why. Donnie was like, really? Like, Donnie, I don't know. I think a light bulb must have switched in your head after I told you that. Because then you was like, do you know what? I did think it was a bit weird that friend A done this to friend B. Like, after I told you what I didn't feel comfortable.
Yeah, I think with that friend A, there was just like multiple things that was just going on that was like side eye, even like years like before that happened.
Donnie
Like
would
she's
tell
done
me.
stuff, but like, you shrug things off. And it's just, like I'm trying to like.
No, but then get into like what.
No,
happened
I'm
after,
gonna
like,
get
what did
into
she
it.
do?
So
What did she do?
basically,
Mm.
this is messy.
Oh.
But what it is that I started to think, like, within me, and this is going back to like the discernment, and like this is when I was like starting to become closer to God, starting to want to like read my Bible, go to church again. Every time I was around her, I just felt irritated. Like I got the ick, but it was like I had no reason to get the ick. And there was no reason to be irritated. But that's what I felt in my spirit. Like, it was just like, because there was an example, like, we saw each other and she hugged me. And I just felt, ugh. Like, it sounds so bad. But when God don't want you to be friends with someone or be in a relationship with someone, he gonna give you the ick. The Holy Spirit in you is gonna be like, alarm bells. And this is where the thing is like people want to be so logical when it comes to spirituality, but it's like there's no logic behind it that you can't scientifically prove. That gut feeling is just there.
You just gotta trust it.
You just gotta trust it. And I started to get the ick, and like, it's down to her hugging me. I just felt like, ugh. And it sounds so bad, but yeah, there was just a few snaky things like gossiping behind my back, and then like spreading gossip, and it was just like trying to turn my other friends against me that failed, and it's just her trying to influence people, and it's just also, it was just so mad. It was just, she admitted she did certain things out of spite towards me, and it's like once I heard that, it was like, yeah, you're getting blocked. Like I can't have you around me. That's too much. And it wasn't only Renee who like felt that. You know, Kiki felt that too. Kiki felt like, why are you know?
Wait, anyway, yeah. I'm like, who are we even talking about?
Friend A.
Okay, and I'm correct as to assuming who this is, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna type it.
Big A, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
You know who we're talking about.
No, I didn't. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, yeah.
So am I correct to saying that? Like,
Yeah.
you even felt like, why is Donna even trying
Yeah,
to
when
this
you
girl?
were telling me, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like even my other friends were in agreement with me. And it's just like with that, there was just so much jealousy, spitefulness, and it's like, you gotta know, like, these girls feel that way because they're intimidated by you. Like,
It should never be like that though.
and it's going back to like being a pretty girl and, you know, having standards for yourself and having morals and living by them as well. Because a lot of people have morals and values. They say this and that and they ain't living it. But when you're living it, it's like, it's intimidating to people, unfortunately. And yeah, that friendship had to get cut off. You know, I liked friend B as well. You know, Renee liked friend B. But what does the Bible say? Bad company corrupts good character. So that's just an example that like manifested between friend A and B. Like friend A just corrupted friend B. And it was mad. But it's like, it's good because after that heartbreak of friendship, God really orchestrated my friends like in my life. Like even with my Bible study, we've definitely like created a more stronger bond. We're more vulnerable with each other. Like we're very honest with each other. We motivate each other, like Renee said. It's important to have people who are going to push you. Like you have so many goals in this life. Like even just doing this podcast, like is very out of all of our comfort zones, you know, like we've never done this before, but because I have friends that show up, put in the effort. I have Kiki, you know, I asked her to do Reddit story, she go and do Reddit story. Like, you know what I mean? You have people who will like show up and do things for you and support you, and you have to give them gratitude. You have to thank them. And in that story, the friend felt like, you know, she wasn't getting her gratitude. Like, you know, her friend wasn't, you know, appreciating her. And it's really important that you appreciate your friends as well.
Definitely. Yeah. Like an extension of family.
Yeah. Honestly.
Have you guys had like a time where you felt like I need to leave this friendship?
Oh, I've had so many.
Yeah.
Those times.
During secondary days.
I think secondary
all the
was
way back.
prime.
All the way back
I went to
then.
an all-girls school.
Ooh.
No.
Ooh.
So
In
did
a
Did you get into
group
any
of-
fights?
No,
Really?
but I had a moment where, yeah, I could have got jumped. I could have, no, honestly, I could have got jumped. And if it wasn't for, like teaching staff to come out, it's not like they broke it up, but they knew something was gonna happen.
Oh my
As in, yeah, it was literally me against like 5
Oh,
or
wow.
6.
You
Yeah.
You had the man. You had the man.
She's getting jumped.
No, honestly, no. Listen. Obviously, my thought process, I was so scared, but
Imagine.
I was still ready. I was like, boy, if I'm gonna have to fight, I'm gonna have to fight.
Let's go.
Honestly, let's go. But no, never had a fight. But yeah, I went to an all-girls school, and I was in a group of like 15 girls. 1 or 15.
That's too much. A question I'd like to ask.
What do you want?
Do you believe the more, so you see how like people have big friendship groups, right? They have like 10 plus friends.
That didn't work out.
Do you think that's genuine?
That didn't work out.
No, there's always
That'll work
many
out.
mini groups within them. Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Why don't we work out?
But we act like there isn't the mini groups within the group. There is. But
Be for real.
I don't know. I've never seen one successfully like
Yeah,
make it
neither have
out.
I. That's why I say
I-
they don't work.
I've observed them and they seem very fake and two-faced. Like the
Yeah.
amount of
And they,
Yeah.
you know, some
That
of them
makes
have separate group chats as well. You do know that, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Without them, the others
yeah,
knowing.
no, like, the others like, what is this
Messy.
then? And they go to motives without inviting the other 3. Maybe they've left out 5 or 4 or you know 2. Like, no, you can't be doing that.
That's why as well, I kind of feel like I can't, like now, I can't just go out with anyone.
Yeah.
Like, especially if it's, say, Donette's birthday, for example. I was so looking forward to it because she already told me about the type of friends that she has and whatnot. So I was like, these girls are going to be cool. Do you know what I mean? But there's been times where I've turned down things because I'm like, I can't be around
These people.
like, do I even want to be in your company?
Yeah.
And you're taking time out of your day,
Yeah.
effort, energy.
Yeah, no, I hear it.
And that's one thing is like we had such a great time at my birthday. Like
So
we-
much
We
fun.
We had a blast, baby. We had a blast.
No,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
We really had a blast. Like, and it's just, yeah, when you bring your friends together and they can all get along, like, it's amazing. Because obviously it would be annoying, like, having friends that don't get along and it's like you want to do certain things on your birthday, but you know, you can't have certain people around and you feel bad they're not there. So yeah, I'm definitely happy everyone like felt comfortable, enjoyed themselves.
Yeah, because otherwise it really is just passer. I remember my 18th birthday. I had an old friend that was there, and my god sister, my cousin, had to cuss her out at one point. And if you know my god sister, like she isn't.
No, she's not
like
problematic.
that.
Yeah.
She's not problematic at all. So for my god sister to tell you about yourself, oh, baby, you're in the wrong. Do you know what I mean? There's a problem. You know what I mean? And I felt like a lot of us had to kind of hold it down because she was acting up throughout my birthday weekend. But yeah.
But I still enjoyed your birthday.
No, it was still so much fun.
We had
That's
a
the thing.
blast.
We didn't let her.
Nah,
Because she
I had a blast.
really wanted to mess it up for
And
all
them
of us.
videos I have from your birthday, I still have them, you know. Yeah. We literally went, that was the first time this girl took me to Novikov. Yeah. Like, it was real fancy. Then
18, you know.
we went to the spa before. Yeah, we stayed over at an Airbnb. Then we went to the venue and celebrate and we had a good time. Yeah.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah. So, I would like you guys to give our viewers or our listeners advice on friendships, like maybe give them an outline of what a good friend is, how to handle a friendship heartbreak, how to conduct yourself, any type of advice.
That one is even a hard one.
If you guys give advice to help me as well, honestly.
I think the way you wouldn't give, if you're in a relationship, the way you wouldn't give someone endless chances and they mess up all the time. Sometimes
don't let them take you for idiots.
Yeah. And also spot red flags early. Like if you're meeting someone new and you're like, I don't like that they do that.
Yeah.
Then it's like just distance yourself and don't even let it get that close.
Yeah.
That's the thing about me. That's why I don't know what to advise you guys on, because
Literally like
because
like in the bud.
Yeah. Literally.
My advice is definitely like knowing what type of people you want around you and knowing like the type of woman you want to be for yourself and see if they have those traits. Like look at people and think, oh, like what do I like about this person? What inspires me about this person? Like they make me want to like be better in this area in my life. Like that's also good. That's my advice.
Actually, you know, I think you guys should have proper closure. I think I don't know, I have a bit more grace for closure when it comes to an end of friendship as opposed to romantic relationships. Just because I feel like you can give yourself closure. You can give yourself closure for anything, actually. But with your friend, especially if this was your friend of X amount of years, say months has passed and whatnot, and you're able to have some sort of conversation, even if it isn't like a conversation of, oh, let's get back to how we were before, but to clear the air. I don't know. Maybe because this is the space that I'm in right now where I kind of don't want to live with any regret or look back and see what could I have done differently or how much of an influence did I have in that person's life. You know? I don't know. That's where I'm at.
I don't know.
I
Closure's
hear it.
always like, I think
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
I
just leave it
yeah,
there.
because like I hear it and I don't. At the same, I don't know, man.
What's
'cause
conflicting?
It depends.
Yeah,
though.
it depends because I've left
Definitely.
friendships and I don't have closure for them, but I'm still happy. I'm not like regretting, or maybe I should have reached out
No.
and tried to fix something.
I mean closure as in like you're okay with
Oh,
what has
yeah,
happened.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay,
Not
then.
like we need to sit down and
Oh.
Like rehash everything.
No, I'm talking about being okay with where we're at, what has happened, and just accepting it for what it is. Yeah, that's what I mean by it.
Oh, okay.
But it really depends as well. I
Yeah,
just want to
it
say
depends.
again, I'm with you guys. Like sometimes it's best if it's just left.
Yeah.
But yeah, it depends.
All right, then.
What do you think, Donnie?
Yeah. Let's ask you.
I'm so cutthroat. I'm an ice princess. Yeah, so
But we're working on it.
yeah,
We're
I'm
working on
very
it.
gentle. I'm a really nice person. Like, I'm really a sweet girl. Like, my friends will tell you I'm really sweet.
She is.
But
She is.
when
The selling is killing me.
when I feel hurt by someone, I'm like cold. I'm icy. And I feel like I'm so like delete, block, never talking to you again. There's nothing to say. Like, I'm done. I'm moving on now.
Do you know why
And
that's crazy? Sorry to interrupt.
no, go on.
You know, I'm the type of person to not block or delete. Like, you can watch me thrive. You can watch me thrive. I don't know.
funny.
Why am I like that?
I don't know.
I actually don't know
Yeah.
why.
I'm just like, gweh with me. And it's
Out
like,
of sight, out of mind.
yeah. But I'm very ice. Like, once I feel hurt, even like, if someone that I love hurts me, like, I'm ice. And obviously, like Mahaila said, I'm working on it. Like, I'm trying to be warm in every area. Of, like,
Sometimes not everyone you need to be warm to though.
Yeah.
like, literally.
But doesn't mean she has to walk around cold and
yeah.
unapproachable.
Yeah. Because
Because you're not that girl.
But
No.
are you like that in general though? I wouldn't say you're.
only when someone hurts me. In general, I'm nice, I'm warm, I'm gentle, I'm sweet. But it's like,
With all types of people?
give me an example, Miss Girl.
Men!
Oh, yeah.
This girl is rude to men!
I am,
Sometimes.
but I am,
No, she's rude. Yeah. She's rude to
yeah.
me. I know.
You guys know her!
Yeah. But you know what? they love it anyway, okay?
Oh, she always says this.
Like, they love it. They love a mean girl. Like,
She
they don't
says
want
this all
easy,
the
babe.
time.
Give them pepper.
Advice.
Like, yeah, but no, it's bad though, because when I'm cold, it insults the person.
Yeah.
Like, they feel like away. They actually do feel away. So,
Of course.
yeah.
They feel offended, but I don't know why they keep coming back though. They like it when so Donetta is right.
They listen.
Because we can talk about
We're not gonna talk about that. No, we're not gonna talk about that. Yeah.
and
It's true.
yeah, like she just keeps asking me about Donnie. Yeah.
That's how you keep the you be.
Wait.
No swearing.
Sorry.
No
Wait. He keeps asking.
Yeah.
As in someone that's related,
like
was
you-
related to Donette in some way.
Just one of like
okay,
male
one
friends.
Of, one of my male
Admirer.
friends.
Admirer.
Yeah,
I
admirer.
introduced them.
Okay. Yeah.
I introduced them and
Still
ever since,
asking.
like, whenever he's having motors or whatever, he'll be like, "Oh, bring Donnie with you." Blah, blah. Yeah, but this time we weren't invited. Why?
Cause of the ugly boy that. Yes. But I feel like, do you know what? Yeah, they do love it. That's how women need to understand how to keep men on their toes. Like, you can't be like all nicey flowers, daisy. Like,
Yeah,
it's
no.
boring. You have to have attitude. You have to give them fire. Like, honestly, it's not every day. Yes, babe. Yes, babe.
My mum would tell you I'm rude, but it depends, man.
Yeah, Donette already knows.
There's
how
a
I
balance,
am,
though.
like-
There's
Yeah,
a
there's a
balance.
balance.
Like, you can't be fire and you ain't got the looks for it. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Shade.
You can't give but it's true, because imagine like a guy's not physically attracted to you. You're trying to flirt with him. Oh no, not us. Imagine imagine a girl isn't a man don't find a woman physically attractive, but she's giving him fire, pepper as flirting. He's just gonna be like,
That would be an it.
get out my face, who are you?
They call
But
that
when
dead
it's a
on
girl they're attracted to, they're like, ooh, like
Okay.
we can go sass for sass. Do you know what I mean? They'll even try.
Wait, you like sassy guys?
No, I don't. But
No.
I don't mean it in
Disclaimer.
that way. I don't mean it in that way. But
Oh.
you know when like they match your like,
your rudeness.
but in like a gentle
But I
way.
like
Like they
it
can take your personality.
Yeah.
That's what my man does. I can't lie. Like say because he'll say I'm rude, but then he'll match it, and then I don't know what it is, but I like it. Like you're putting me
Yeah.
in my place. Like
It's
I
just a
don't
flirt. It's a type of
I
flirting.
don't know if that's weird, but
No.
It's a type of flirting.
I don't know. Because then you're like, oh shit, let me stop being rude.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
I'm listening. Period. But yeah.
Yes, girlies. So we're gonna wrap this up now. Everyone feel like they've said what them affers said.
Yeah.
We've given the advice. Take it. If you have if you're wise, you will take that advice.
Ooh, I
You're
like that.
wise,
Had a
you will
little
take
ring
that
to it.
If you're wise, you'll take the advice.
Period.
I will.
Oh.
So thank you for listening or watching. We really appreciate you guys for staying for so long. I don't even know how long this has been, but we really appreciate it. Leave feedback for us in the comments, like interact with us, and yeah, thank you for listening to Talks with Donnie.